Hey guys, welcome back to Cooking What's in the Cupboard. Today we are having a hearty goulash with a special guest of stovetop kisses, cheesy stuffed biscuit garlic bread. It was so delicious. But first thing we're gonna do is wash the vegetables, of course. In this recipe, we use celery, green pepper, carrots, onion, mushrooms. Make sure when you're dicing your vegetables, you're dicing them in bite-sized little pieces. Watch those hands as well. I have my stove on medium high, and what I'm going to do now is brown the beef and add the onions. I'm just going to cook the beef and the onions through, adding a little bit of the minced garlic. Just keep stirring till it's brown. I'm adding a ton of seasonings. We have paprika, salt, pepper, garlic powder, Italian season, a little bit of basil, oregano. And right here we're adding your diced tomatoes. You can use fresh tomatoes if you want. And we use a little bit of tomato paste to help thicken the sauce. Stir, make sure everything is mixed up. Once your sauce is mixed, go ahead and add your vegetables. And right now it's smelling so good. So good. My son even came downstairs to take a peek to see what we were cooking. Right there, we're just adding 2 cups of beef broth. I'm from up north, and we put sugar in our sauce. So I added 2 tablespoons of sugar, as well as woo woo and soy sauce mixed together, maybe about a teaspoonful of each. Give it a mix, give it a little taste, and let it simmer for about 20-25 minutes. After it's finished simmering, go ahead and add your zucchini. Add your zucchini last because they cook rather fast. You don't want them mushy. After you give it a good mixing, pour in 2 cups of elbows. Mix it up, mix it up, mix it up. Looking so delicious. Go ahead and cover, let it simmer for about another 20 minutes depending on your stove. And voila, you have it. Your goulash is so delicious. I had to give myself a thumbs up. We're going to move that aside and usher in our special guest, stovetop kisses, cheesy stuffed biscuit garlic bread. In her recipe, she used canned biscuits, but for our recipe, my daughter decided to go ahead and surprise me and make homemade biscuits. If you guys are interested in the recipe for the homemade biscuit, just go ahead and leave it down in the comments below. It will make sure we get that out for you. But what she did was go ahead and she got the dough. She kneaded the dough pretty good. And once she flattened it out, we didn't have a cutter, so we just took our glass. We floured the glass, and we just used that to cut our little circles out, our biscuits out. And right here we melted a stick and a half of butter. We added our seasonings, which is garlic, parsley, Italian season. And I use minced garlic with ours. And we put a tablespoon or so of honey. Stir it up really good. And I gave mine a little bit of taste to see if everything was okay. And it tastes delicious. And right here we took our cast iron skillet. And we use a little bit of margarine because we didn't have butter at the time. We use a little bit of margarine to butter it. And we set it aside. And right here is just where we do our ensembling of the biscuits. You just layer out your biscuit. Add your sauce, add your seasoning sauce to it. Stuff it with your cheese. Make sure you pinched, like fold your cheese and make sure you pinch the edges. And then you have it. Cover it with a little bit of the seasoning mixture. Add your cheese. We added a ton of cheese. We put it in the oven. It was about a 425 for about 15 minutes. And there you have it. So delicious. Smells so good. My daughter was an ace. She's a star of the show. She helped me out a lot with this recipe. Here she's adding a little more butter. You can never go wrong with butter. She added more of the butter mixture to it. And we grated some Parmesan cheese on top. I think it was Parmesan Reggiano. I think that's how you pronounce it. And she said while she was grating it, she was just watching it just melt into the bread. It was awesome. I added a little bit of parsley. We decided to go ahead and give it some cuts to get it started, and it smells so delicious. Looks delicious, smells delicious. This looks perfect. Thank you, Stovetop Kisses, for this recipe. You outdid yourself. We love it. It was a hit in the Mitchell family. Thank you so much. All right, time to plate up. There you have it. Piping hot goulash, garlic biscuits. You can't go wrong. There it is. It looks beautiful, smells good, tastes good, so delicious. Enjoy, guys. Thanks for watching.